The Brave Rabbit and the Forest of Whispers. The Mysterious Echo. Benny was a fluffy, gray rabbit with long ears that twitched at the slightest sound. He lived in a cozy burrow at the edge of a vast forest. Benny had always been curious about the forest, but the stories he'd heard of strange whispers and magical creatures kept him at bay. One day, while collecting berries near the forest's edge, he heard a soft echo. It wasn't like the rustling of leaves or the chirping of birds, it was a voice, faint yet alluring. "Come closer, Benny," it beckoned. Despite his instincts telling him to turn back, Benny's curiosity pushed him forward. He hopped past the familiar bushes into the forest. The trees grew taller, their branches forming a canopy that filtered the sunlight into dappled patterns on the ground. Benny soon found himself in a clearing where a glowing blue flower sat in the center. As he approached, the whispers grew louder, and the flower began to emit a soft, pulsing light. The guardian of the trees. As Benny leaned closer to the flower, it suddenly unfolded, releasing tiny sparks that floated upward like fireflies. A deep, calming voice spoke from the shadows of the trees. "You found the whisper bloom," the voice said. "Few are brave enough to venture this far." Benny froze as a large owl emerged from the darkness, its feathers shimmering like silver. "I am Olwen, guardian of the Forest of Whispers. You've been called here for a reason." "Called here?" Benny asked, his voice trembling. Olwen nodded. "The forest senses a kind heart. There's a great task ahead of you, young rabbit. Beyond this grove lies a hidden realm where the balance of magic has been disrupted. Only a pure heart can restore it." The owl extended a wing toward a glowing archway of vines that had appeared at the edge of the clearing. Benny hesitated but knew he couldn't turn back now. The realm of light and shadows. Through the archway, Benny entered a world unlike anything he'd ever imagined. The trees glowed softly, their bark streaked with veins of gold, and streams of light wove through the air like ribbons. But not everything was serene. In the distance, a dark cloud hovered, its tendrils creeping toward the golden forest. Benny followed the light ribbons, which seemed to guide him toward a towering crystal tree at the heart of the realm. As he approached, Benny noticed a small, shadowy figure struggling to carry a shard of the crystal tree. The figure turned and revealed itself as a mischievous squirrel with glowing green eyes. "Who are you?" Benny asked. "I'm trying to save my home," the squirrel said, its voice a mix of defiance and sadness. "But I can't do it alone." Benny realized that the squirrel's actions were causing the imbalance. "Maybe we can fix this together," Benny said gently. Restoring the balance. Benny and the squirrel, whose name was Zeke, worked together to return the shard to its place in the crystal tree. With each step closer, the forest seemed to brighten, and the dark cloud receded. As Benny helped lift the shard, the tree glowed with renewed energy. Streams of light spiraled upward, reaching the sky. The forest sighed with relief, and the balance was restored. "You've done it!" Olwen's voice boomed, though the owl was nowhere in sight. "The Forest of Whispers is safe again." Zeke looked at Benny with gratitude. "I've never had a friend before," he admitted. "You do now," Benny said with a smile.